Good day, everyone. So, we are Group 3, and for our report, we will be explaining the tools in managing cash, receivables, and inventory. First, we will talk about cash management tools. What is cash management? It is a common need of both large and small businesses alike. So, ang cash management mo nang maka-assure na ang receivable ug ang account balance sa business is more than enough to pay for their payables. Failure to practice this business management process guarantees bankruptcy. So, cash management tools are financial management mechanisms that determine the expected cash inflows and the cash requirements. So, the following are the cash management tools. First is cash budget preparation and cash break-even point. Let's talk first about cash budget preparation. So, it is also called combined cash budget. So, mo ni siyang mag-predict when mo gawas and mosulod ang kwarta sa imong business, usually on a monthly or quarterly basis. So, ang cash budget preparation sad is makadetermine whether your business is still okay para mo bayad sa mga payables, sa mga wages, and other expenses. And it can also kuan kung when kailangan ka mo borrow og money. It can also identify times when you might have too much cash, which is a good problem to have. Please take note sa formula sa cash budget preparation. Opening cash balance plus cash inflow minus cash outflow equals closing cash balance. We can classify cash budget under three major categories. Para madali ra siya, operational means ang daily, weekly, or monthly, while short range is annually or yearly, and long range is kanang mga 5 years na. So here's an example. Create a cash budget for Instant & Co using the details below for the month of July, August, and September 2018. So please take a screenshot since dili na siya ma-show in the next slides. Kani also since mao ni atong magsilbing guide later. So, mao na ni siya, and sa July, August, and September ata mag-focus. So, ang opening balance na 7,500 is given na. So, bali, mao na siyang closing balance last June. So, aton niyang ikuan kung giunsa na pagkuha. Remember lang na ang closing balance last month is ang opening balance sa bag-o na month. So, first is receipts, ang cash sales. So, para makuha ang cash sales, butang naman sa information ganina na 20% ang cash sales sa total na sales. So, mo na siya 45,000 times 20% sa July equals 9,000 and so on sa other months. So, 9,000, 8,500, and 8,000 ang cash sales sa July, August, and September. Collection from debtors, 33,000, 35,000, and 33,000. So, naranay ka ng table later kung giunsa na siya, ngano ana nga amount ang nakuha. So, sa total, i-add ang opening balance, cash sales, og collection from debtors. So, mo ng 49,500, 56,600, and 58,850. So, mo na siya na-add na nato atong opening balance ug ang cash inflows or ang mga cash nga ni sud sa atong business. So, next na sad is ang cash outflows. For cash purchases na indicate na sad sa information ganina nga 10% siya sa total na purchases. So, just like gibuhat sa katong cash sales, i-multiply ra gyapon ang purchases sa 10%. Next is credit purchase. So, na-indicate na ganina sa information na credit purchases are settled after 1 month. So, this means na ang purchases pag June mao imong deductan sa cash purchases since ang credit purchase sa June kay 1 month pa man bago ma-settled. So if we look at the given table, ang purchases pag June is 21,000. So i-minus na og 2,500 na cash purchases karong July and mo nang 18,900 ang credit purchase. And also sa August, sa July ka mo deduct sa purchases and sa September sa August mo deduct og purchases. Unta nagets ra. So payment of wages daw is every 15 days. So ang gi-provide na solution ani is since sa usa ka month duha man ka 15 bali 15 og 30. So di ba given naman to ang wages. So sa June kay 11,000 nya sa July kay 12,000. So imong buhaton ani is i-divide nimo siya into 2 since 15 og 30 man ang kuan sa month. After that, imong i-add ang half na amount sa wages last month ug sa current month. So last month, which is June, is ang wages 11,000. So imo siyang i-divide og 2. So mahimo siyang 5,500 and sa July is 12,000. So mahimo na siyang 6,000. So imong i-add ang 5,500 og 6,000, mao na siyang 11,500 ang wages and so on sa other na months. So sa expenses kay maora na siya pero gi-exclude ra ang rent. So sa given ato na table is imo rang i-deduct og 250 and ang rent na 250 imong ilahi og butang. So ang total tanan sa cash outflow sa July is 36,400, August 38,750 and September which is 34,000. So mao to siya i-deduct ra nimo ang first table or ang table A sa table B para makuha ang closing balance. So ang closing balance sa July is 13,100. Mao na sad na siya ang opening balance sa August. So mao na siya ang pagkuan sa giunsa to pagkuha ang collection from debtors. Sa credit sales gideduct ra ang cash sales sa total sales niya given na ang kung pila ilang na collect nga na month. O nya monitor siya katong sa wages. Second in cash management tool is the cash break-even computation. So sa word pa lang na even, meaning there is no loss or gain for your business since ang total cost ug total revenue nimo is equal. So important ni siya sa business since ma-determine sa mga business owners kung pila ang minimum na sales na kailangan nilang makuha para maka-gain sila og profit. So if kabalo ang business owner sa ilang break-even point, makabalo sila when sila mo pataas og presyo or unsa pay lain things na kailangan nila i-adjust para maka-gain sila og profit. Mas less confusing ni ang break-even point since naa naman siya formats and imo lang need is kanang pag-input og sakto nga amount. Step 1 is to determine the cash contribution margin. So you need to deduct the variable cash payment sa cash sales. 2. Determine the cash contribution ratio by dividing the cash contribution margin sa cash sales. Step 3. Determine the cash break-even point. Fixed cash outlay divided by contribution margin ratio equals to cash break-even. Be mindful lang na kapag na-wrong ka sa step 1, that means wrong na tanan imong lain solution since connected man sila tanan. So here's an example. Nicanor Manufacturing Company produces plastic containers for industrial users. The following data are presented about the company's operation. Screenshot lang balik para dili maglibog. So requirement compute for the cash break-even point. Monthly units produced and sold 600,000 units, selling price per unit 8, fixed monthly cash payments 240,000 and variable monthly cash payments 40% of sales. So step 1, determine the cash contribution margin. So for cash sales, imong i-multiply ang monthly units produced and sold sa selling price per unit. So that is 4,800,000. Since giingon naman na ang variable cash payments is 40% of cash sales, imong multiply ang cash sales sa 40%. So that is 1,920,000. So i-minus ang cash sales sa variable cash payment, ang cash contribution margin is 2,880,000. Step 2, determine the cash contribution ratio. So, cash contribution margin, which is 2,880,000, divided by cash sales, which is 4,800,000. So, ang mugawas ana is 0.6 or equivalent as 60%. Step 3, determine the cash break-even point. So, fixed cash outlay 240,000 given na siya, divided by contribution margin ratio 60%. So, ang cash break-even is 400,000. So, the cash break-even point of 400,000 means that the business should have cash sales of not less than 400,000 during the period to avoid incurring cash deficit. So, sa kaning sa table na cash break-even sales divided by selling price per unit equals to number of units to sell on cash, which is 50,000. So, this means na dapat 50,000 ang number of units na masell nila on cash para maka-generate og 400,000 na cash sales. So, if ganahan ang business na maka-generate og kanang mas dako pa na cash sales, then ang ilang i-adjust is ang selling price per unit na ilang patasan.
Transaction cash. Opportunity cost. Wait, one go. The cash management model, the Baumol cash model. So it was introduced by William J. Baumol, an American economist. Baumol model is an approach to establish a firm's optimum cash balance under certainty. So it is used when you need cash. If you need cash, kanang you want sa first kay you need cash man no. Sa number 2, converting securities or investments. So you need cash. You will get the cash by converting your securities or investments. You by selling it. Oh, muna. Next is, when you sell marketable securities, you need to consider the two costs, which is the transaction cost, the cost of converting your securities or investments, and the opportunity cost is the benefit forgone by converting securities or investments. So, what is benefit forgone? Every time mo baligya ka o kanang investments or marketable securities, makakuha kag cash, mao na imong benefit, you think nga benefit, pero naapay benefit nga mawala. So kay imo man gikuha ang cash, mawala na tong investment income, which is mao na ang benefit forgone, mao na ang mawala ang investment incomes. Kay imuha naman gi-convert into cash imuhang investments, imuha naman gikuha ang imong securities. So mao nang mawala na sila. Note, the two costs are inversely related to each other. So, para mas masabtan, let's have a sample exercise. So Bulbasaur Incorporated projects that cash outlays of 45 million will occur uniformly throughout the year. Bulbasaur plans to meet its cash requirements by periodically selling marketable securities from its portfolio. So, nag-need ang Bulbasaur Incorporated og 45 million. So, utangon nila, ay dili, o lagi, nag-need sila og kanang 45 million. So, para ma-meet ni siya, nagkuan sila og cash, nag-plan sila nga mag-sell og marketable securities. Periodically sell marketable securities. So, kanina sa the next. Ato ni basahog tarong kay direto maglibog-libog kasagara. The firm's marketable securities are invested to earn 12% per annum, and the cost per transaction of converting securities to cash is 30 pesos. The requirement: determine the total cost if the transaction size is 100,000 and 200,000 respectively. So lahi ni sila ha. Ang kaning example imuhang gamiton nga transaction size is 100,000, ang usasad kay 200,000. Lahi-lahi ni sila solve. Unsa man na ang total cost? The total cost is the transaction cost plus opportunity cost. Nya, ang transaction size, mauna ang money you get every time you sell marketable securities. It pertains sa amount of cash that you will receive every time nga mag-sell ka og marketable securities. Next. So, kani note, mga formula ni siya guys. So, don't ever kalimot this one. So, the transaction cost, number of transactions times cost per transaction. Kay, given naman ning cost per transaction sa atong problem ganina, which is 30 pesos. And the number of transactions kay, imuha na siyang makuha kaning ikatulong nga formula mo na ang formula. Number of transactions is equals to annual cash requirement divided by transaction size. So, sa atong given, 45 million divided by 100,000 or 200,000. Mauna sa atong given ha. Next is the opportunity cost. Average cash balance times opportunity cost rate. So, naa naman tayo opportunity cost rate which is the 12%. Naa na sa given. Tapos, kanang sa average cash balance, ang formula anak kay nasa sa kanang ikaapat nga formula nga wala naka-bold. Which is average cash balance is equals to transaction size divided by 2. I-divide mo og 2 ang transaction size which is kanang 100,000 or 200,000 nara na. So, mo ni ato ang sample mga exercises. Tara. So, solution. Example, if ang transaction size is 200,000, mag-calculate ha. Transaction cost, 45 million. Dili na siya pwede nga 45 ra imuhang ibutang ha. So, kailangan gyud kanang kompleto ang zero, ang unang ka zero sa 45 million. Divided by 200,000 equals 225 times 30. Mo na ang 6,750. Mo na yung transaction cost which is 6,750. Next, ato na punta sa opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is equals to 200,000 divided by 2 times 12%. Muna ang 12,000. So, ang total cost, if ang imong transaction size is 200,000, you have a total cost of 18,750. Next, kay dako man kayo ang opportunity cost. Ang opportunity cost, mauni siya ang kanang murag mawala man sa imuhang mawalaan ba kanang murag lugi nimo if imuhang isell ang imuhang investment, ang imong securities. So ganahan nimo kanang ang nasa mo utok ako na lang pagamihan ang transaction size para mugamay ang opportunity cost. So atong gitrayan sa kaning sample number 2 which is the 100,000. So wrong kaayo no kay kung imong transaction cost is 45 million divided by 100,000, 45 million divided by 100,000 times 30, na kay 13,500. Diri ka sa transaction cost, madak-an. Mas dako noon siya og total cost kay imong opportunity cost 100,000 divided by 2 times 12%, 6,000. Mas gamay lagi siya og opportunity cost pero ang transaction cost kay ni dako man kay kadaghan man ka magkuha ay mag-convert og money so dako pud ang transaction cost. So ang total cost nimo kay 19,500. Diri na mosud si Baumol model. So Baumol model. Sa natus Baumol model oy. To determine the optimal cash balance or optimal transaction size. So kani sila kaning the optimal cash balance or transaction size is reached at a point where total cost is minimum. Mao ni siya ang Optimal cash balance or transaction size, mao ni siya ang maka-generate sa pinakagamay na total cost. Mao ra gini siya the only nga maka-give og pinakagamay nga total cost. So para makuha na nato ang formula is optimal cash balance is computed by square root of 2 times annual cash requirement times cost per transaction divided by opportunity cost. Ato na siya i-apply sa ato problem ganina. Ang 2 times 45 million, kailangan yun nga katang if 45 million gud inyohang ibutang dili nang kanang 45 ra kay maglisod yun ta inig ka mag square root na sa final. So again, 2 times 45 million excuse me times 30 divided by 12%. Nya, square root ana is 150,000. So, dere, kanang, unsa man yung nahuna-hunaan nga, di ba, ganina, nga to ang transaction size kay 100,000, mas gamay siya sa 150,000. Dira, mo nang dirigid sa Baumol model, atong suwayan kung sakto ba gyud ang atong 150,000 nga na nakuha. So, danaw na to if mas gamay ba jud ang total cost bisag mas dako ni nga transaction size kontra ganina nga 100,000. So, transaction cost 45 million divided by 150,000 times 30. 9,000 na siya ha. Ang transaction cost nimo mahimo siya 9,000. So, opportunity cost, 150,000 divided by 2 times 12%. 9,000 na gyapon. So, you will get a total of 18,000. So, note, only sa optimal transaction size, transaction cost and opportunity cost are equal. Diri permi sila equal. So, sa atong last nga mga sample ganina, di ba, dili gyud siya equal. No? Awa ang transaction cost and opportunity cost. Lahi-lahi sila og value. Pero sa kaning optimal cash balance nato, equal sila. So, diri ra gyud nimo makuha nga equal silang duha if imo ning gamiton ang formula. Nya, kabantay sad mo, mas gamay og kuan maka-generate siya mas gamay nga total cost ang Baumol model nga optimal transaction size. So, that's it. Thank you.